As the first half came to a close, Deering was threatening to take a 2-touchdown lead yet again against Windham. But the Eagles defense held tough, and Nick Burton intercepted a Jamie Ross pass on the 1-yard line. And the Eagles managed to keep the game 14-7 heading into the break. Despite the enthusiasm by the Eagles for responding to an early 2-touchdown deficit, there was still a lot of football to be played. And unfortunately for Windham, their team wouldn't be 100% for the rest of the night. Early in the second half, Cody would be the first starter to come out, as a nagging ankle injury forced a senior two-way player to the sidelines. While Cody would only miss a few plays, it was a different story for two other senior starters. Kyle Williams, who suffered a shoulder injury in the first half, would be ineffective on defense and again would have to come to the sideline for treatment. By the middle point of the third quarter, his pads were off, the ice was on, and his night was over. Equally as damaging to Windham was the injury to Nick Burton, who was suffering from concussion symptoms and would miss the entire second half. The injuries would be too much to overcome for the Eagles, as they would go down 21-7 in the third quarter and never recover. One last long pass by Cody would fall incomplete, and Windham would now have to face the reality of falling to 1-3 on the season, and falling behind on the race for a playoff berth. With the questions and injuries mounting, head coach Matt Perkins had a strong message for his senior leaders.
Physically and mentally, you gotta get stronger right now. And there's too much season left. And some guys, I'm telling you, some guys are folding the tent. It's scaring me. Okay, guys that I've seen in the past, man up, aren't doing it. And we gotta really figure out what we are this week. Some of you guys have to take a real hard look in the mirror. Tomorrow morning, 9 o'clock, come in. We need leaders, we need guys that are gonna step up and man up. Let's go. 9 o'clock tomorrow. Eagle Pride on 3. 1, 2, 3. Eagle Pride!
Back at Westbrook, the Lady Stags field hockey team enjoyed a 1-0 lead at halftime. Coach Mack would encourage her team to keep an offensive mind in the second half, and they would do just that early off a corner. Junior Sarah LeCaire unleashed a low, hard drive towards goal, and despite a save being made, Cheverus was spending time in the offensive end. Eventually, Westbrook would start applying the pressure. Off a corner, the Blue Blazers were scrambling to find an equalizer, but the Lady Stags defense was up to the task, as they didn't allow a shot and got out of the jam due to a violation. The Blue Blazers' chances were becoming too common for Coach Mack, who called a timeout to settle the offense.
I told you to stop dribbling, I mean stop dribbling, okay? Look up, our forwards are wide open. You've got to make that push, you've got to pass to somebody besides us, please.
Cheverus heeded their coach's word and again started to dominate offensively. Off a corner, Chuck would put in a fast drive, but it was saved and the Lady Stags couldn't control the rebound. Later in the second half, Sarah would put her teammates in a good position to score, but Gabby Cardona's reverse shot was stopped by a defender and Cheverus was unable to extend the lead. With time running out, Westbrook threw everything forward. Off an all-important corner, the ball was pushed towards goal, but again the Lady Stags defense handled the pressure and escaped because of a violation by Westbrook. With just 2 minutes left, Westbrook had its best chance at an equalizer, as the ball would go across the face of goal. But Katie Walsh would knock the ball out of play, and again the Lady Stags escaped. The last chance for Westbrook would come off another corner, but the shot went wide of the post. Cheverus was able to score early and hold on to claim a 1-0 victory and cement themselves as a contender in Class A West.
You guys have no idea how much that's going to help us, okay? That was a great win, all right? I saw a lot of great things.
We had to be really confident and we had to come out and do our best. And it was a big deal. So coming out of Saturday, we knew we had to make up for it. So you just had to do your best and put your heart out there. Oh, we get along great. We have team bonding all the time. We haven't had any recently, but we never get mad at each other. We're all really close. It's a big family. 1, 2, 3.
On the next episode of Varsity.
Coming off an up-and-down week against South Portland and Westbrook, Cheverus hits the road to take on another tough foe in Gorham. And over at Windham, it's homecoming week for the Eagles as they take on Marshwood in the slot. Check out an all-new episode of Varsity next Sunday on WPME.